हरिः ओं नमः सर्वेभ्यः। अद्य भाषा प्रवेश प्रथमभागस्य षष्टितमी कक्षार्थं भवतां सर्वेषां स्वागतम्। ह्यस्तन कक्षायाः पुनर्स्मरणं। यः वयं तृतीयाविभक्तेः परिचयं वयं प्राप्तवन्तः। तत्र प्रमुखतया तृतीयाविभक्तीनां रूपाणि वयं दृष्टवन्तः। अजन्तशब्दानां तथा सर्वनामशब्दानां च रूपाणि वयं दृष्टवन्तः। तथैव तृतीयाविभक्तिः कुत्र भवति इत्यपि वयं दृष्टवन्तः। तेषु त्रीन् प्रयोगान् वयं दृष्टवन्तः। यथा साधनार्थे तृतीयाविभक्तिः भवति, तथैव भावार्थे तृतीयाविभक्तिः भवति, अनन्तरं सहयोगे तृतीयाविभक्तिः भवति इति दृष्टवन्तः। अत्र साधनार्थे इत्युक्ते यत्र यां कामपि क्रियां कर्तुं यदि यस्य कस्यापि साधनस्य प्रयोगः क्रियते तस्य साधनस्य तृतीयाविभक्तिः भवति इति ज्ञेयं। तथैव भावार्थे इत्युक्ते क्रियाकरणसमये कर्तुः भावः यः अस्ति तस्य द्योतने अपि तृतीयाविभक्तिः भवति। तथैव सः इति अव्ययस्य प्रयोगः यदि भवति तत्रापि तृतीयाविभक्तेः प्रयोगः भवति। न केवलं सः इत्यस्य अव्ययस्य, तत्रापि सः अव्ययस्य नो चेत् सहार्थे यत्किमपि पदं तत्र भवति चेदपि तत्रापि तृतीयाविभक्तिः भवति इति वयं ज्ञातवन्तः। यः एकवारम् उदाहरणं दृष्ट्वा गच्छामः। अत्र साधनार्थे उदाहरणं भवति, बालकः वाहनेन शालां गच्छति। अत्र वाहनमिति साधनं भवति गमनार्थे। पुनः कृष्णः अङ्गुल्या निर्दिशति। अत्र अङ्गुली इति साधनं भवति निर्देशनार्थं। पुनः तत्र दुर्योधनः गदया शत्रून् प्राहरत्। अत्र प्रहरणे गदा साधनं भवति। एवं वयं दृष्टवन्तः। तथैव द्वितीयः प्रयोगः भावार्थे तृतीया। तत्र बालकः उत्साहेन क्रीडति। अत्र उत्साहभावः बालके अस्ति इति। क्रीडने उत्साहभावः बालके अस्ति इति कारणेन अत्र उत्साहशब्दस्य तृतीयाविभक्तिः भवति। अतः बालकः उत्साहेन क्रीडति। तथैव छात्रः खेदेन पठति। अनन्तरं गायकः आनन्देन गायति। पुत्रः दुःखेन रोदिति। एतानि उदाहरणानि भवन्ति। तथैव अग्रे सहयोगे तृतीया इत्यत्र कृष्णः पाण्डवैः सह आसीत् इत्यत्र कृष्णः तथा पाण्डवाः च तां क्रियाम् अकुर्वन् इत्यर्थे तत्र सः प्रयोगः क्रियते। अतः यत्र सः प्रयोगः क्रियते तस्मात् पुनः तस्य पदस्य पुनः तृतीयाविभक्तिरूपं भवति। अत्र पाण्डवाः इति बहुवचनरूपम्, अतः पाण्डवैः इति तृतीया बहुवचनरूपं भवति। तथैव त्वं भगिन्या सह पठ, अनन्तरम् अहं त्वया सह चलामि, अनन्तरं पाण्डवाः कौरवैः सह अयुध्यन्ते। एतेषु सर्वेषु अपि सहयोगे तृतीया भवति। अत्र पुनः ज्ञातव्यः विषयः इत्युक्ते अत्र यद्यपि तत्र तृतीयाविभक्तेः उद्देशः यः अस्ति तेनापि यद्यपि सा क्रिया क्रियते, तथापि वचनं अथवा क्रियापदं तु कर्तृपदानुगुणमेव भवति, न तु तत्र तृतीयाविभक्त्यानुगुणं न भवति। यथा श्रीकृष्णः पाण्डवैः सह आसीत् इत्यत्र आसीत् इति एकवचने अस्ति। यतः कृष्णशब्दः एकवचने अस्ति इति कारणात् अत्र यद्यपि पाण्डवाः अपि आसन् तस्मिन् समये, तथापि अत्र पाण्डवशब्दानां तृतीयाप्रयोगः इति कारणेन अतः अत्र बहुवचनं न भवति। अतः श्रीकृष्णः इति प्रथमाविभक्तौ अस्ति, अतः आसीत् इत्यपि तत्र प्रथमाविभक्तौ एव भवति। तथैव तत्र त्वं भगिन्या सह पठ इत्यत्रापि त्वम् इति मध्यमपुरुषे अस्ति इति कारणेन अत्र पठ इति लोट्लकार मध्यमपुरुषे एकवचनरूपं तत्र प्रयुज्यते। तथैव अहं त्वया सह चलामि इत्यत्रापि प्रथमाविभक्ति अनुगुणमेव, इत्युक्ते कर्तृपदानुगुणमेव तत्र क्रियापदस्य परिवर्तनं भवति। तथैव पाण्डवाः कौरवैः सह अयुध्यन्ते। अत्रापि अयुध्यन्ते इति लट् प्रथमपुरुष बहुवचनरूपम्। अत्र पाण्डवाः तत् शब्दानुगुणं भवति। एतत् सर्वं वयं ज्ञातवन्तः। पुनः अद्य वयं चतुर्थं प्रयोगं वयं पश्यामः. अत्र कुत्र तृतीया इत्यत्र चतुर्थः प्रयोगः भवति विना योगे तृतीया इति. यत्र विना इति शब्दः भवति इत्युक्ते विना इति अव्ययं यत्र तस्य प्रयोगः भवति तत्र तृतीयाविभक्तिः भवति इति उदाहरणं. विना इत्यस्य अर्थः भवति वितौट् इति आङ्ग्लभाषया तस्य अर्थः भवति. उदाहरणम् एकवारं पश्यामः. सूर्येण विना प्रकाशः न भवति. So आङ्ग्लभाषा without sun the brightness does not happen or it doesn't bright. Okay, so in that case so without surya, for that we'll use vina. So whenever we use vina, the tritiya has to be used. Okay, and just a reminder here, we have also studied about vina in the previous two vibhaktis as well, one on dvitiya vibhakti and one on panchami vibhakti. So that means if we are using vina in the meaning of without, we can use any one of these three vibhaktis. Not necessarily it has to be dvitiya or panchami or tritiya. So it can be any one of them. It doesn't matter which one do you use. Like example, suryam vina prakashah na bhavati, suryat vina prakashah na bhavati, suryena vina prakashah na bhavati. So all three sentences are actually exactly correct, and there is no difference in the meaning. Okay, and similarly the next one is ghathya vina samayasya jnanam na bhavati. So without clock, the knowledge of the time doesn't happen. Again, next example is Dasharatha Ramena vina na jivitavan. So Dasharatha did not live without Rama. And again, aham mitrena vina vipanim gacchami. I am going to the market without friend. Okay, so these are all the few examples for vina, and you can even use whichever example you used for dvitiya or panchami, they can also be used with tritiya as well. Okay, so only for vina we can use three vibhaktis. So that's one thing. And the second thing is for any vibhakti, there are two categories. There are two cases where the particular vibhakti can be used. Example, one is a karaka vibhakti and the other one is a upapada vibhakti. So karaka vibhakti is whenever it is something related to the kriya, then actually we call it as a karaka vibhakti. And wherever we use a particular vibhakti because of because of the presence of some word in the sentence, that is actually upapada vibhakti. So in this case for tritiya, whatever we have seen yesterday, example sadhanam, sadhanarthe or bhavarthe or sahayoge, in all these three categories they are all the karaka vibhakti, karaka tritiya vibhakti. And this particular usage, the vina yoge tritiya, this particular usage, this belongs to the upapada vibhakti category. So you must still ask, saha is avyayam, and because of saha we are using tritiya. No, saha, even if it is saha is avyayam, but we are not taking avyayam because we are not actually using tritiya because saha is there, because we are using tritiya because saha artha is there actually there. Okay, that's why it is still treated as a karaka vibhakti. It is not a upapada vibhakti there. Okay, anyhow, that is not needed at the beginner's level. So in high level, the first three categories what we discussed, they are all karaka vibhaktis, and the last one, this one is upapada vibhakti. And similarly, this completes the all prayogas of the tritiya. So as of now, as part of our book, we have only 4 usages of tritiya given, and we are covering all 4. We have covered all 4 of them, and there are few more also present, or in few other scenarios also we use tritiya, but we are not going to cover them now. Slowly we'll learn them in the subsequent levels, or maybe when we go advance in grammar we'll learn them. So for now, I think the tritiya, the introduction and all the prayogas are actually done. So with that, we will take short Q&A. If there are any questions, we can discuss them. At the same time, if we can frame some sentences using vina, using tritiya, that would be great. Even if you can actually frame sentences with vina in all 3 possible vibhaktis, that would also be great. Okay, so with that, we will start with the Q&A.
अन्नेन विना na jivati. Without food we can't. Food I can say food no. Annena vina na jivati. We can't survive without food.
But your translation says we, but your sentence says something else.
Annena vina na jivati.
Okay, annena vina na jivati means kaha na jivati?
Oh, annena vina janaha na jivanti.
Then now the translation.
Without food, people can't survive.
You don't survive. Astu.
And then one more.
Yeah, yes.
Aham putrena vina Chennai nagaram gachami. I am going to Chennai without my son.
Samyak. Uttamam.
नमो नमः. लवनेन विना आहारे रुचिः नास्ति. Without salt there is no taste in the food. Lavanam vina ahare ruchihi nasti. Sir, can I also use panchami in the same way? Lavanat vina ahare. Lavanat vina ahare ruchihi nasti. Dhanyawad.
Uttamam.
हरि ओम.
हरि ओम.
श्रद्धया विना भक्ति न भवति.
अर्थः
जलेन विना मत्स्याः न जीवन्ति.
उत्तमम्. Can you translate them?
Without devotion you cannot do bhakti, and without water fishes cannot survive.
Samyak.
And it.
Oh sir, I skipped. Maybe you can come again. Hari Om.
Hari Om. द्विचक्रिकया विना मम पुत्र शालां न गच्छति.
पुत्रः शालां न गच्छति.
My son doesn't go to school without bike.
Samyak.
Can you hear?
Namaha. Yes.
This sentence, without seed, tree will not come. How to say that in the bhumi, that is in the bhumi.
No, you first frame the sentence and come to the Q&A.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, don't frame on the spot.
Sorry. Anantaram.
Astu.
Hari Om Mohdaya.
Hari Om.
Can we say Gurum vina jnanam na labate or Guruna vina jnanam na labate, Guroho vina jnanam na labate?
Samyak.
Dhanyawad Mohdaya.
Jalena vina vrikshah na jivati. Without water the tree won't live.
Samyak.
Another one I want to tell is Durabhasha yantrena vina Jeevanam sulabha na asti. Is it right?
Yes, Samyak. Durabhasha yantrena vina jeevanam sulabham nasti.
Sulabham. Thank you.
Astu.
Hari Om Mohdaya.
Hari Om.
Vayuna vina vayam na jivamaha. Vayuna vina vayoho vina.
Samyak.
Dhanyawad.
Hari Om sir.
Hari Om.
Matra vina shishuha na khadati means without mother child does not eat.
Samyak.
And second is Varena Vina Janaha na Jivanti, means without air people cannot survive. Without air. Varena.
What is the word you used in the Sanskrit sentence?
Varena Vina.
Varena Vina, without water. Astu.
Sorry.
Vari is water.
Vari is water. Varena Vina Janaha na Jivanti, means without water people cannot live.
Don't live. It's not cannot live.
Don't live. Okay. Thank you, sir.
नमस्ते महोदय.
Namaste.
उपनेत्रं विना सः द्रष्टुं न शक्नोति.
But where is Tritiya?
Vina?
Yeah, where is the Tritiya Bhakti here?
Upanetrya Vina.
Upanetrena Vina.
Upanetrena Vina saha drashtum na shaknoti.
Samyak.
धन्यवादः.
विद्यालयेन विना छात्राः न पठन्ति. For tea is okay. Without the school, the students can't study. For study, shall I use patanti?
Yeah, we can use patanti, but it is not cannot study. It is they don't study.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, I think that's all about all the attempts. We'll move on. Agre अस्मिन् विषये अभ्यासः अपि भवति फोरम मध्ये. Write sentences for each type of tritiya. Maybe 3 or 5 sentences based on the exercise. We may have to attempt. Okay, that's the end of this particular tritiya bhakti. Okay, in general, how do we ask questions for the tritiya? Of course, we can use the corresponding kim shabda roopam. For example, in masculine it is kena kabhyam kaihi, and feminine it is kaya kabhyam kabhihi, and in neuter it's again kena kabhyam and kaihi. So we can use the corresponding forms to get the right answer. For example, balakaha vahanena shalam gacchati. The question would be for vahanena, what is the right kim shabda roopam? It is kena. So balakaha kena shalam gacchati. And krishnaha angulya nirdeshati, and krishnaha kaya nirdeshati. And similarly, Duryodhanaha Gadaya Shatrun Praharat. So Duryodhanaha Kaya Shatrun Praharat. And Vayam Padabhyam Sancharamaha. Vayam Kabhyam Sancharamaha. Vayam Karnabhyam Shrunumaha. Vayam Kabhyam Shrunumaha. Bharatam Dharmena Shobhate. Bharatam Kena Shobhate. So these are all perfect, but the thing is that if you know the answer perfectly, as usual, as similar to Ditiya Vibhakti, if you know the answer perfectly on which lingam and which vachanam, of course you can actually use that particular right form of kim. But in case if you don't know, you can actually better to use the napumsakalinga form. Basically, if you don't know which vachanam, but if you know the gender, use the corresponding gender ekavachana form like kaya or kena in masculine and feminine. So masculine and neuter. But in case if you don't know even the vachanam and the lingam, both if you don't know, better to use the napumsakalinga ekavachana form, that is kena. For example, balakaha kena shalam gacchati, krishnaha kena nirdishati, duryodhanaha kena shatrun praharat, and vayam kena sancharamaha, vayam kena shrunumaha, bharatam kena shobhate. All these questions are right because the kena is in napumsakalinga ekavachana form. So that is perfectly suits for all these answers. So that's first thing. And the second thing is alternative to kena, there is another kriya padam that is called katham. So even katham can also be used as a question word for this. For example, balakaha katham shalam gacchati. Balakaha vahanena shalam gacchati. And similarly, krishnaha katham nirdishati. Krishnaha angulya nirdishati. And duryodhanaha katham shatrun praharat. Duryodhanaha gadaya shatrun praharat. And same way, katham suits for all of them. Similarly, balakaha katham kridati. Balakaha utsahena kridati. Chatraha katham patati. Chhatraha khedena patati. And Gayakaha katham gayati, Gayakaha anandena gayati. So in all these cases, we can use katham as a question, or you can even use kena. But in general, even though the kena works for all of them, but still we use katham mostly in the conversational Sanskrit. So katham is the ideal way to ask the question if you don't know which lingam or which vachanam it is. Suppose if you know father goes with some male for sure, then you can ask like Pita kena saha gacchati. So with whom he goes. Similarly, you can also ask Mata kaya saha gacchati. So mother goes with whom. Again, feminine answer is expected. Okay, and similarly, that way if you know the gender, you can actually use kena or kaya. Or if you don't know the gender, you can use either kena in Napumsakalinga Ekavachanam or katham, it's avyayam. Either one of them you can actually use. But most popular one is katham is the popular one for these questions. I think this is what I wanted to cover on this. So any questions on this part? I'll just clear the queue, and if there are any questions, we can discuss on the questioning part.
So in the previous, the first exercise, the last one, Saha Angulya Chutati. What is the actual meaning of that?
Chotati is to, what do you call this, making this sound actually, this one.
Oh, clapping like that.
Not clapping, it is, I'm not sure what is the English
tip of the finger, they make noise like that.
Make noise with the tip of.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, snapping, I'm not sure actually, I need to check. Okay, so let's move on.
Sir, as it is, say, this kena word is used in this Trutiya Vibhakti, it can be used only in Trutiya. So, katham is used in all the Vibhaktis, na, sir?
No. Katham, the answer how can you expect an answer of katham in other Vibhaktis?
Means katham, say, it is, we can use it in general questioning also. So, that's why I had
can you make the question and try to answer that question?
Say, Pita katham agachati, means from where father is coming.
No, katham agachati is how does he come? Through vehicle or by walk, or what is the answer?
So means from where father comes.
No, that is kutaha, right?
Kutaha,
okay. Agachati. That is different word.
So kutaha means from where he is coming.
Yes.
And katham means
katham means
how he is coming, means through which say mode of transport or vehicle he is coming. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I got it now. Thank you, sir.
Hari Om Mahodaya. Like you said, the kena.
I'm sorry, I clicked to cancel. Can you come again on the queue? Okay, I need to again go in the same order.
Hari Om Namo Namaha. That according to the Vachanam only we have to use the kena, right? Kena kavyam kaihi, right? That is the correct. That is, for example, Balikaha lekanibihi likanti, kaihi likanti, right?
Kabhi likanti.
I'm sorry, kabhi.
But that's a more accurate question. But in general, it will be asked like a kena likati or kaya likati or katham likati. That's a general way of asking.
Generally, but correct grammatically, this is the one, kabhi.
So all are grammatically correct. We are not talking about anything grammatically wrong, but all are correct. But conversationally, most used one is katham.
Katham. Or kena.
No.
Hari Om Mahodaya. Like for a sentence, like aham mama mitrena saha kridami. So it comes like, so kena saha kridami sounds better than katham kridami, right? Whereas
Yeah, right.
Vahanena, but Vahanena gachami, katam gachami sounds better.
See, in general, for Saha and Veena, we don't use Katam. So it's better to use Kena or Kaya. For other kind of Tritiya, you can actually use Katam, like Sadhanam or
So Saha,
Bhavarte.
Veena, okay. But even for Utsahena, like Balakaha, Kena Kridati or Katam Kridati?
Both are correct.
Sounds better. Both are right. But Katam looks more appropriate because...
Appropriate, yeah, correct.
Whereas for Vahan, if you go by an instrument, then the Kena Gachati, Shalam Gachati.
Kena Gachati or Katam Gachati. Again, that's why it actually matches for both actually. You can use either Kena or Katam for Sadhanam and Bhava. For Saha and Veena, better to use the Tritiya form of Kim.
And when we know, like we don't know Angulya, supposing we can say Krishna Kena Nirdishyati, is it right?
Yeah, that's what I said. If you don't know the lingam, better to use Napumsaka.
And we can still answer as Angulya. The question can be in Napumsaka lingam singular, and the answer can be in the appropriate, whatever word you are using, the lingam and vachana.
Right.
Dhanyavada Mahodaya.
Yeah, that's all for today. Thank you all for watching this video online. If there are any queries or if you want to interact with the teachers or students, please log into forum.Sanskrit.Today. At the same time, you can even join our Telegram group. You can find the Telegram group link in the course page. And subscribe to this channel Sanskrit.Today to watch more videos like this, and share this video with your friends and interested people or group. And make use of the comment section if there are any feedbacks or suggestions about this session or the series. And finally, click on the like button of this video if you like this. Thank you all for watching this video online. Let us meet in the next session. Dhanyavadaha.